Olá, bom dia, sejam bem-vindos a mais um podcast aqui do Hora do Desporto à Conversa com. E ao nosso lado, Magnus Andersson. Good morning, teacher. Welcome to Hora do Desporto.
No, hola, bom dia. Good morning.
Olá, bom dia.
Yeah.
Uh, teacher, tell me one thing. Your Portuguese is very comfortable or not?
No, I understand something, not everything, but I understand. But for me, it's really difficult to speak, and I don't know what happened in the beginning. I lost a lot of confidence when I try to say something, and they don't understand me. And after that was difficult, and for me was more easy. It's not easy for me too to speak English because my second language is more Germany, and I lived there 8 years, and then start again with my school English, and have. I was also in Denmark many years, and there it's like Danish, Swedish. It's similar language, but also far away, it's little like Spanish, Portuguese. So it's, but for me, that I'm born, it's like really difficult to speak like Portuguese. It's not easy.
É muito difícil. Well, you played in beginning of your career, but first we need to know who is Magnus Andersson, the person, the player, the coach. Who is Magnus Andersson?
No, Magnus Andersson is soon 58, now 57, like 1 month ago. More, I'm 57. Grew up with my brother and my parents in Linköping. Linköping, it's a city 200 kilometers south Stockholm. Start
Stockholm?
to play, South Stockholm, 200 kilometer. It's the fifth biggest town in city in Sweden here. Start to grow up with one family. My parents support me a lot for sport, play football, play handball, go in gymnastic, make a lot of sports. But I started to play handball when I was 6 years old, only playing in a small club, and start to play there. Everybody say I was too small to play handball, but you shall remember in the 70s, 80s was only big player. And everything good don't go so fast like today, but I was little better in football. I think I have my career in football. I was playing and practice handball, football, but
Both at the same time.
in the same time. But when I was 15, 16, I start to be more serious in the football team. They say that I must practice each day, and for me it was so funny to play handball too. And when I was 16, I was with the national team for first time in Sweden to junior, and after that I stopped with the football and
And you're
play
and play
yeah.
with more easier handball, right?
Yeah, but today I'm really happy with that. But it's in sport today, it's more and more start earlier and earlier to be professional. If you see 17, maybe 50, 60, 17, a lot of good sportsmen some grew up, play sometimes football in the summer, ice hockey in the winter time, or handball. But now it's more and more difficult to make this choice because everything is more professional and you practice the whole year.
So during the summer or your holidays, you played handball, right? With your cousins, friends.
Yeah, Yeah, but all sport, I think. Grew up in a family some was crazy in sport, and also here in Sweden in the winter time was a lot of skiing, and we have a lot of snow, and you skiing also, and make a winter sport, and then in the summer you play football. But handball you can play the whole year inside.
Right. You like skiing, right?
Yeah,
I saw on your Instagram you skiing. You, oh my God, this is very, very nice. I never see snow in my yeah, in my life. I
no.
never see snow. So okay, that's very beautiful. That's very nice.
Yeah, yeah, but it's amazing. And now I'm in Sweden, and we was last week in North Sweden and skiing 1 week with the family, and it's fantastic. It's fantastic. I like it.
I really try one day, or who knows? I really try to skiing, but I have fear to falling down in the snow.
Yeah, yeah, you must be careful.
Ah, yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, let's start talk about your career, because I have seen this. You have two, nothing more important. Two World Cups with Sweden, four European champions of Sweden. Nothing important, right?
No,
um,
of course, my international career with the Sweden national team was amazing. But I think the start earlier for my career, I start like to grew up in one really good team in Linköping, some small club like RP is the name. But then I go to a more traditional club, Saab, and play 2 years. Start to play in the first division when I was 19, and I'm really lucky because I have all the times really good coaches, and also play in a good team. But I think my career start really 87 when I was 21. I received a contract here in Halmstad and Drott Halmstad, and in this time you have two teams who was the best in Sweden. It was Drott Halmstad and Rebbeslid from Gothenburg, and my choice was to move here to Halmstad, and here my career start. I play with a lot of good player. I have a good coaches, and after that they start. And 88, 1 year after that, I start to play in the national team. In December 88, I make my first game for the national team after Olympic in Seoul, and then I played almost 15 years in the national team when I stopped 2003, and I make 307 national games, and it's a lot of year I played there, and of course it's a good times. You remember a lot of things, but I think in my age now I remember more the friendship and how many friends I find. Of course, I'm really proud about titles, and but now I remember more in this friendship, I think.
what do you feel when you won the World Cup, your first World Cup with Sweden?
Yeah, but that was 1990, and that was crazy. I was really young. I don't play so much, but I play each game. And this year, 90, Russian was the big favorite. They don't lose for so many years, and we go to the final, and that was a really surprise for each. I think for each country at Sweden. Go to the final, and then we beat Russian. That was crazy, and of course I remember a lot of things, but that was a surprise for, I think, for everybody.
What year you tell? Sorry, teacher. The
It
first,
was
the
a
first
big.
World Cup.
Was 1990.
Okay, okay, yeah, yeah, I
Yeah,
see this.
I
Well,
think he was not born then.
No, 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 no. I born 3 years later.
Yeah,
Two,
yeah.
three, yeah, exactly. And the European champion, for European champion with Sweden. What is this feeling? Well, you have six international titles with Sweden. It's a great career at Sweden now. All of us know Sweden. It's the most important, not the yes, the most with Denmark. The handball played more strong with national teams at this moment. What do you feel in the the finals? You won the European champion. Well, World Cup is a World Cup. Everything, everyone like play and like won the European no, the World Cup. But European, it's more small because it's the only teams European, only international European teams. So what is this feel?
Yeah, but of course it's amazing. I think for everybody who play handball, World Championship is World Championship. It's only like a title you can say I'm best in the world. But
Yeah, yeah.
everybody know what to win a European Championship is more difficult. For then it's the best team. It's in Europe, and we won 4 times, and that was amazing. And maybe my biggest memory is the last 2000. I don't remember now which year we
2002,
play in Sweden. Yeah, in
2002.
Sweden. In Sweden, that was
Yeah, in
amazing
Sweden,
to play.
2002.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
yeah,
final with
that was
Germany. With
yeah.
Germany.
And that title is maybe the most crazy because the, handball was really big here in Sweden. We play many years together. In the end, the last maybe 7-8 years, we was a favorite almost to each uh, championship, but we was lot of players and was in the end of the career 2002, and we know that it's maybe our last chance to win something at home in Sweden, and we play really good handball, but the pressure was also really high to play at home. A lot of spectators, a lot of media, and but that was really good. Only like I played 3 Olympics, and I lost 3 finals, and
Oh,
of
no. So
course that
it's
is
the.
little bitter today to don't have this one gold in my CV, but of
Do you
course
have with
I'm
you? Do you have with you the gold medal of the World Cup?
yes, I think everything is here at home in my house.
But it's a very bad. Don't have a Olympics. You played 3 finals and lose the 3 finals Olympic, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
3 final. Yeah.
oh. It's the Sweden have now. Sweden have one Olympic title.
We don't have any title. Wait, I must only move. People come
Okay.
around. No, we have 3 finals, but I think Sweden was also in the final when we stopped the play. I don't know when it was in London or I don't know. But we never won Olympic medals. Eller gold
The
in
gold.
handball.
Okay.
No,
The last Olympics you played 2000, right?
yeah, 2000
2000.
yeah. I play in 1992 in Barcelona, 96 Atlanta, and 2000 in Sydney.
Well,
And
and
it's only like if we shall talk about the Olympics, it's only like I think 92 we make a good game, and after that you can accept you lose against a good team. But 96 we have like it was really tough because we lose against Croatia and we start really bad. We beat them in the group phase with 10 or 11, and we play amazing handball. But then we have like a blackout the first 10 minutes. I think Croatia was in front with 8-1 or something, and we lose in the end with 1 goal. And that is really bitter game because I think it's the first time for us. We was little like nervous, or we changed a lot of things. We have like a goal from 92 to 96. We worked really hard 4 years for this gold medal, and then something we make some different things in the warm up, and we make a lot of shit there. And this game is really, really bitter. So that was not a good game for us.
Tell us one thing. Play the Olympics, it's very different to play the World Cup, right? The feeling, of course, it's the same win, right? But it's a different competition. The Olympic Games, it's the biggest for me. Of course, World Cup, it's World Cup. European, it's for European. But the Olympics, you have all sports in one country, in one city, once a month during in 4 years. It's a different competition about to, of course, World Cup. The feeling.
Yeah, it's the first time. It's really, really difficult. Olympics, it's so big event, and you are in the summer sport, so it's the biggest event I think in the earth. You live in one village, Olympic village, almost with 15, 16,000 another sportsmen, and it's difficult to have this focus the first time, because it's a lot of things some happen around, so the first time it's amazing event, but it's difficult to have this focus in the sport, and sometimes, but that was something we worked really hard with before, but of course, Olympics, it's fantastic to be a part from, and you live in the together with another Swedish sportsman, and that is also first time you live or together with them and meet them, and you see another maybe famous sportsman, you eat with them together. So it's sometimes really difficult to have this focus.
Well, after that, let's go to talk about your career of coach, because I'm very surprised to have a big career, and congratulations, professor of player. It's first time I talk with one world champion national. It's my first time of talk about it. Of course, we in during the European we talked about the competition, but now we talk with more time. Now you passed from Portugal. You coaching in Portugal, in Porto. You coaching in Denmark, in Sweden, right?
Yeah, I start here in Sweden. After when I stopped 2003, I take over my old team, Halmstad here, and that was also no plan. I come back from my career to be professional in Germany, and come back to Halmstad, and here I play some years, and I received one really good job. Was amazing for me to work, and I don't have any idea that I shall stop with that. But then after some years, I receive like offers from my team at if I can start to be also the coach, and it was sometimes really difficult to come back home to Sweden and work and have children, some have a lot of things to and never have time for them, because I practice, play handball, work, and then when I received that chance, I take it and signed a contract for Halmstad and start to be coach, and I find out that it was really, really funny, and I stayed there 3 years, and after that I moved to Denmark, to a big football club, FC Copenhagen, some also played.
Copenhagen.
Yeah,
In
yeah,
Portuguese, it's
and
Copenhagen. Yes.
yeah, and there I stay 5 years.
Tell me one thing. I search about Copenhagen, but now Copenhagen have handball.
No.
Okay,
Not.
because in my searching, tell extinct. So okay,
Yeah,
don't have now.
that
Don't
was
have.
that was why I stopped, because they stopped with the handball, and now it's only a football club.
It's only don't have any sports.
No,
Okay.
no.
Okay. And I see you stay in Austria with the national team.
Yeah, that was
It's
I was
interesting. It's
1 year.
interesting. Tell us a little bit
Yeah,
about that project.
no, but it was like I have 1 year free because FC Copenhagen stopped with the handball, and I signed for AG Copenhagen, another big team in Denmark. But my idea was that I shall have 1 year free and start the year after. I think it was 11-12. I shall start in AG Copenhagen, but then after some month, I start to be a little like, what shall I do at home? And in this time, Austria take contact with me and ask me about to be national coach for them. And the World Championship this year was in Sweden, and for me was a little fantastic to be a national coach for Austria and be here in Sweden in World Championship. So that was why I take them. But it was only 1 year, and that was also the plan because I signed for AG Copenhagen before.
Well, next you stayed in AG Copenhagen, Sweden sub-21, right? The second team
Yeah.
of Sweden, of national team.
Yeah.
You passed.
Yeah, but it was like take over AG Copenhagen was a major project. One crazy man with a lot of money start AG Copenhagen. We have amazing team. My first year, we go to Final Four in the Champions League. Lost the semi-final against Atletico Madrid this year, but we have amazing team there. And but after 1 year, the club go in bankrupt. He had some problem with the tax government in Denmark, and after that, I was little in shock. But I go home to Sweden, and then I start to think little what I shall do. And I have all my career. I go all the times almost with the best team. I moved from the best team in Sweden to a really good team in Denmark, start the project, and then take over AG Copenhagen, and then I receive a chance to be a coach for a second division team here in Sweden, in Karlskrona, and for me it was really interesting to see little to practice not the player in the highest level. And I was there like 3 months only because I go inside after Christmas, and it was fantastic to also practice players don't have the level like Mikkel Hansen or the best player in the world.
Yeah.
And then I take over Malmö 1 year. I think it was 13-14. I was coaching HK Malmö in Sweden here.
It's
Was
the same
also,
club of it's the same club of Malmo with football. What's the odd different?
No, it's the different. Yeah, it's the hall. It's only 100 meters from the football stadium, but it's not the same club.
Okay.
And there I stay 1 year, and that was also the plan. And I feel that I will try to go out again and in the better league. And then 2014 I moved to Germany, to Frischhoff Göppingen.
Göppingen, exactly.
Yeah.
Before you went to Portugal.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about this 4 years in Germany. Of course. Before, teacher, tell us easy thing in Germany. Good morning, for example.
Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen. It's very easy.
Guten Morgen.
In Swedish was who tell good morning in Swedish.
God morgon.
Good morrow.
God morgon.
It's same. It's same. It's not difficult. Good morrow or guten morning. Okay, it's same.
Guten Morgen. Guten Morgen in Germany, but it's also a really strange language for us, but it's more easy to talk. It's more harder and
Germany, it's more
it's
hard to learn to Portuguese, or the same in the
no,
or stay in
not
the same
for
level.
no. I think for the people in Scandinavian, it's German, little more easy to learn, but it's really hard with the grammatic and how you build up the meaning and everything. But it's more easy. But the first time when I moved to Germany was I was only 24 years old, 25, and in this age you are a little more clever and easy to learn a new language.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, tell us about the grouping and project. And you stayed 4 years. It's the first division of Germany in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, it's one big traditional club with a lot of good players played there before. It's a really nice town in South Germany between Ulm and Stuttgart is in the south. It's a lot of tradition with handball there. It's the handball. It's really big sport in Göppingen with a lot of spectators. I think my first 3 years, we have almost 5,000 each game. It's a lot of tradition there, and so the first year we was on the place number 5 in Bundesliga for 18, and that was really successful. Next year, number 6, and then they start to go down little, but we won 2 EAF titles with Göppingen. So I think
you won the EHF Cup, right?
Yeah, 2 times. I think it's 16 and 17.
No,
Yeah.
no. Now it's the same challenge. Actually, the challenge, the name is European League. It's this.
Yeah.
Cup exists now, but challenge changed the name.
Yeah.
And after that, you come to Portugal.
Yeah.
You stay in Porto, in Futebol Clube do Porto. You like francesinhas?
I eat that and I like it, of course, but maybe not it's really funny when
And
of
Porto
course I
wine, of
eat it.
course. Porto wine.
Yeah. But
It's very good.
I like it, and but you must be a little careful. You cannot eat it so many days because it's a lot of calories, I think. But it's really funny. Everybody talk about this francesinha like it's the best food in the world. I mean, it's French fries and little meat and white bread. But of course, I understand it's a lot of tradition, and that I like. And it's funny when you go with a taxi driver or Uber driver in Porto, everybody talk about this restaurant have the best francesinha in the world, and it's like that. But every time when I'm there and go with my friends, then of course we eat francesinha.
And you won 4 national champions here in Portugal, right? Or 5? 4 or 5?
I think 5.
5? Here, tell me 4, but when I search, I think it's 5. Of course, you say 5 years, you want 5 national. So the information here in website is wrong, I think. So,
Yeah.
well, 5. Yeah. 5. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Here, tell me 4. So, I don't know, but I think it's 5. I think it's 5. So, you say 5 years in Porto and this amazing project with amazing team, and congratulations for that, teacher. You won 2 Super Cups, 2 Portugal Cups, and in these 5 years, you made very friends. And tell us a little bit about this project in Porto.
No, but for me it was after I stopped in Göppingen, I start to think little about what I shall do. For me, I have little contact with FC Porto. I think 17. they was interesting about the new coach, and we have little contact. And for me, I dream all the times. In my career, I have so many chances when I was player to play in Spain in the biggest team. But I'm interesting to see another culture. I'm interesting to see another type of styles. We play with Frishof Göppingen, I think the season 15-16 against Porto. I saw the team and I was little interesting to see if I can take my philosophy, some small things to another culture. German culture, I know. I was in Denmark. I feel is almost the same. I was player in Bundesliga in Germany. I was little interesting to see to go to a new country, and for me, we start with the contact, and then I was free, and yeah, we meet each other, and we make agreement, and I signed for Porto, I think 17 or something, and go to Porto like 18.
I know. You teacher, you won 4 because you remember the pandemic here, the champion was cancelled. I searched now,
Okay.
and I remember what? I think it's 5, but no, it's 4 because in 2020, in 1920, the championate was cancelled because the COVID-19. Right?
No,
it's a different.
it's like that, but we in Porto we say we won 5 times because
I know, I understand, but
because we don't lose any game when they stop everything. But it's correct.
I understand, but 5. Well,
4.5.
this time, or of course, example, you say in Portugal and the pandemic surge, it's very difficult to adapt at that to play any with any fans in the pavilion. What is the difficulty you have and you had in that time with COVID here in Portugal?
I think for everybody was really difficult time to first of all for me was really difficult because my wife cannot travel inside to Portugal. If you remember, everybody talk about that like in Sweden the people live almost like normal here.
Yeah.
And that is, I have a lot of contact with my Swedish friend, everybody here, and then you saw we can almost not go outside in Portugal, we cannot do that and that, and that was a difficult time. But most of that was, of course, for me to don't have my family close to me because they cannot go inside in Portugal in this time. But of course, for each sportsman too, it's difficult to play games without spectators, and that was also really difficult. But it was not only for Porto; it was for each team, I think. But that was also something I need to work with little with to when I arrived in Porto in Portugal to start to play. I was coach before in Göppingen in Portugal in the Bundesliga, and I think each game in Bundesliga it's like a game when we play against Benfica at home. So it's every game in Bundesliga, and for me was in the beginning what everything new, and you forgot that. But after some months and years, it's difficult also like a coach to go and play in Hora, and it's 100 spectators or 50 spectators. That is the biggest difference. But of course you must learn that too. But in like in Denmark, like in
It's full houses
in
Denmark, in
a
Sweden.
full house and a big event all the time, and in Bundesliga it's crazy. And
Yeah,
for us was little more that we was lucky that we was a famous football club and they make a good result, and a lot of people will look at us. But also in Porto, when we have the big games like in Champions League and against Benfica, Sporting, we have full house and was amazing. But we have fantastic supporters in Porto, and they make a lot of noise, and they are a little crazy when they look sport, and that is funny to be coach for.
Professor, for finish this interview, it's possible for you to talk about a little bit your future or no at this moment? Do you have some club you will go or no?
Yeah, we will see what this end up, but of course I will start to be coach again.
Okay.
And so I hope next year see each other again in the sport.
I think
So in the summer is my plan to be a coach, and we will see where we end up, but we will see.
Thank you one more time to have you here. It's a great pleasure, Professor Magnus. Well, let's finish this. Muito obrigado a todos, mais uma vez que estiveram desse lado. Professor, thank you one more time.
Thank you very much.
We will see in the future, who knows? Mais uma vez, obrigado a todos que estiveram desse lado e até ao próximo episódio.